Hi guys, this is Jake Hines. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be making Organ House 2022 with a twist, and here's a little example of what we're going to make today. What's happening, everybody? So this was a remix I was working on. It's a Mariah Carey song, Emotions, and basically I did it in an organ house style. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of how I did it, the processes, everything like that. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the actual organ itself, the main key element of organ house. I used the M1 by Korg, and it's just the organ 2 preset, and let me just show you some of the effects. So the exciter I turned it dry, and the reverb, just a little bit of reverb on it, 10% then overall. For my processing, just up to 100 hertz, just cut it off completely. I wanted a sub underneath, so I just cut it off up to that point. Then I routed this to a bus. It's a little bit more than 100 just to get rid of that rumble. Glue compressor then, as I have 2 layers of organs, then my kickstart underneath. So let me just show you the rhythm that I come up with. So very simple in terms of notes, just the same note. So A playing pretty much the majority of the track with just some alterations, and then big alteration at the end here. So just underneath that organ I have another organ layer. So this is a sample. Let me just show you the original sample. So just a little bit higher, it's a higher organ, more of a plucky one, and I have this playing at a different octave than the last, just a higher octave. I just wanted something plucky in on top of that. And just very simple EQ on it. Actually have nothing on that. Why is that there? Just very simple EQ. Cut it off up to 300 or up to 200, should I say. Then I have that routed to the same bus, and then this is where the magic happens with this glue compressor by Cytomic. Really nice. Glues everything together, and then the two of them really stand out. So this is what the two of them sound like. So really nice groove there. And then underneath I have a tech house bass. So this is in Serum. I think this is just a very simple patch. So this is in my user pack. So just a square wave and a saw wave, then square wave being down 2 octaves, and then saw down 1, and then just a simple filter on it, and the filter is being controlled by the envelope, which gives a little bit of a click sound. So let me just play. So yeah, really subby, sits underneath everything. A mono, and then a little bit of portamento on it, and then a little bit of resonance and cut off, just to give it a little bit of movement. Just with this envelope here, I have them routed. And processing wise, just very simple EQ up to 30 hertz. Get rid of the rumble between 100 and 200 hertz, and then just cut off up to then 800, just to allow room for the organ to basically sit on top then as well. And I have that routed to the same bus with the same glue compressor, just that it glues everything together. And then this is what the three of them sound like together. So yeah, really nice. And then that was the foundation then of basically my bass then. And then for drums wise, very simple, just kick, some hats and clap. I used a 909 kit in this, so let me just play the drums, kick, and then the hats then underneath, shouldn't be there. So yeah, really really nice groove, and then that comes in then with my hook, and then I introduce claps then just after the hook in this section. So this is just a 909 clap, and then just a clap sample that I downloaded from, I think it's Spinning UKH on Splice. Really really nice clap, lot of reverb on this one. So yeah, really really nice. Just have that pan, then just a little bit to the left, and then 909 clap underneath then. So a little bit drier, just a little bit of reverb on that, but really nice together. The next main elements then was the pianos. So I have a few different pianos, a few different synths underneath, so I wanted something that would basically emphasize the organ underneath, so something real stabby. Almost, it sounds almost offbeat, but it's not. It just comes in different sections, and something that really really worked well in the track, I thought. If you hear, there's in organ house now, you hear pianos that are a lot of stabby pianos. It doesn't stick to any formal chord structure, chord progression as such. So for example, pop music use a chord progression of 1 5 6 4, which is the first chord in that key, which is the 5th chord in the key, 6th chord in the key, 4th chord in the key. So it doesn't stick to any original structure for this, but I thought it sounded really really nice with the mix. So yeah, really really stabby, lot of delay on that, little bit of sidechain as well. So I just have that bounce to the audio, just processing power. So I'm just going to go through. So my M1 piano, just a little bit of imager on it, ozone imager, just to give it a little bit of stereoize, because it's very mono coming from the Korg M1. A little bit of compression, then I used the Pro C2. Little bit of EQ, taking out some unwanted frequencies in the mids, and then just cut off the low end then up to 70-80 hertz then. I use Saturn quite a bit on a lot of things. It gives it that, I wouldn't say an analog sound, but it gives it a little bit of something. And I separated a warm tape here just to reduce the lows a wee bit, and just to give the highs just a little bit of a boost, just to give it some little bit of brightness pretty much in the top end. Then I have my Valhalla Verb. So I have a lively snare room, really really nice reverb to use on piano, nice and short, but puts it in a space, and overall really really nice. Just a little bit of mix on that, and then the real magic happens then in the delay. So just on the left I have an 8-note delay, 16th note on the right, little bit of feedback, and then quite high in the mix, and then ping pong style as well. So really really nice overall. Similar processing on my piano grand. Pretty much, I actually think this is pretty much the exact same, just a little bit more compression on that, and then just a little bit less delay, a little bit more reverb on this one, and then same Saturn just to give it that overall sound. Then for my mallets, I think my mallets I left just dry, a little bit of kickstart on them. Then my tech house stab, so this comes from Serum, just very dry. All the processing is done in Serum itself. Let me just show you. Yeah, so I have delay, reverb, EQ within the actual synth itself. This is just Pluck 30. This is, I think this is just a random packet downloaded, yeah, by Toxic Berry, and really really nice pluck, but really adds something underneath, a little bit of grittiness underneath, which really goes well with everything. So let me play the whole lot together with the organ and the bass. helps everything flow, and then with the drums underneath, it sounds so good. So let me just play that. Just play it from the hook itself. So yeah, really bouncy, keeps the vibe going, keeps the groove going, really nice. The next thing is I have a bass here. Almost like a Reese's bass. I think this is just with a kickstart on it. Excuse me. So this Medusa's, based off Medusa's bass. Just a long release, a lot of decay on it, good bit of sustain, and then it has a little bit of compression, distortion, filter. So you can copy that. Very simple. Has 7 voices of unison as well. Yeah, so very simple bass, but something for the intro that just helps it everything flow together, and stuck to kind of the same progression, just slightly different, but works overall really well with the vocals then, and that leads then. So the vocals themselves, it's just an acapella I downloaded. But I like the way you feel inside. You got me feeling emotions. So yeah, really nice, and I kept it nice and simple for the intro. But then I did some vocal chops just coming up to the hook itself. You got me feeling, you got me feeling emotion. You got me feeling, you got me feeling. So yeah, I did kind of a call and response in this section. So I used Little Autoboy just to do a low octave double just in sections, and then I kept the original section up underneath then, and then this is being all routed to my vocal bus then as well, which has EQ on it. So just a shaping EQ just to begin with. Then I have my multiband compression, and this preset I use called Presence and Control. So I thought this is really nice. It really helps with MP3 acapellas. It gives it a lot of presence and then controls a lot of the unwanted frequencies. Then I have some sidechain or a little bit of compression first, just on the vintage FET on Logic's own compressor. Then I have some Saturn just to give it a little bit of warmth then with a clean tape sound. Some DS, so female wideband, just adjust the threshold, just take away them harsh unwanted frequencies. Then a little bit more compression on this, just with the platinum digital on Logic itself. Nothing major, just a couple of dB off compression. Then the little plate, just to give it a little bit of reverb. This is a really nice reverb. Just a little bit, about 40%, quite small on the decay as well. And then just a final EQ, then just give it a little bit of top end, just give it a little bit of brightness. Then I have a routed to a reverb, 2 reverbs, and a delay then. So a plate, a chamber, and then a H delay, basically a ping pong. It's actually not ping pong, it's just a normal 8 delay, 124, little bit of feedback. Cut a lot of the lows, cut a little bit of the highs, and then mix to taste then as well. I think this is my plate. Yeah, so this is my plate. It's I think it's a subtle chorus preset on the Pro War. Really nice reverb for vocals. And then I have my chamber then vocals, just to give it a just to put it in a space overall. So I think the vocals sound really nice all together with the organ then. really gives that groove then. And then the rest is just arrangement and then little effects. So little reverse effect, just in spaces that I felt need them, and little down filters. So little crash, then I have my main down filter. Then I have a little build up. So then the next little change I did was a second hook in the track, which was used by the same two synths that I used earlier to layer with the piano. This is my tech stab and then my mallet then as well. So the idea behind this was to be basically played in a club that would give something else to the listener just before the end of the last hook then. Yeah, it sounds really, really nice, and then with the bass underneath it as well, it just really, really worked well. So really, really bouncy, really catchy, really vibey. So I'll just play it just coming up to it then. So yeah, I just wanted something different, just to keep the track vibing, and then I bring it all together then just in the end here with the organ. So yeah, really, really nice, and then overall keeps the groove going. So if you want to hear the full track, you can listen to it on my SoundCloud, which is jkynes_official music, or just jkynes official music. You search it, it'll come up. The full track is there, out now, and yeah, that was a little breakdown of a remix that I did, basically an organ house with piano then as well. So something very modern, 2022 organ house. A lot of it's like this. You'll hear artists like Belters Only doing piano stabs and organ, and they had #1 hit in the UK as well. So yeah, if you like what you see, don't forget to click the subscribe button, hit that little notification bell so that you know anytime that I'm going to release a video comes up. And yeah, until the next time guys, cheers.